Welcome everybody back to Mackenzie Woodworking. So this is something a little bit different. You probably know my videos. I'm a woodworker, but I also enjoy gardening and eating what comes with the garden as well. So what I'm going to show you today is basically it's a spin on fence post tea, which the farmers used to do. They used to go out to the fields and put a teapot on top of the fence post with a couple of tea bags in it in the morning, and by the time the afternoon came along, they had a pot of tea or a tea time to have. So this is kind of a spin on this. Banana peels. I eat a banana every morning, and the peels are excellent in the garden, but especially if you make tea. I see a lot of people boiling them up and stuff, so this is my spin on it. So I save all the tea left over. We usually have a pot of tea in the evening, as you can see there. In the tea bag, we drink black tea. What's also good for this is Earl Grey. There's a lot of minerals in it and stuff for the strawberry plants and plants. I basically use this fertilizer on my strawberries. So you can see there's a gallon milk can there. It's about half filled with tea and water now. And I have whole banana peels in there, but I'm showing you here. If you find it easier, you can cut them up and they'll break down quicker. And put them out on a rail or in the sun. So I just cut up my peels, put them into the top of the milk container. Just get them in there. And like I said, you can put them in whole or in bits and pieces. So I've done it both ways, but as you can see, I do have some whole peels in there. And there's some strawberries in the bowl beside the container as well. And then we'll top this up with our tea. And what I usually do is break the tea bag, because I want it to break down in the garden as well. So we'll put the tea bag in it as well and pour over the leftover tea. There always seems to be a bit of leftover tea in teapots. So we just pour that in as well. And then once we get the banana peel and the tea in and the tea leaves, we'll just set that on the railing, or you can set somewhere in the sun. If we have somebody coming over, I'll move those out of the way because they don't look too pretty, but they sure work good. And we'll put that in there and just let Mother Nature do its work. And what it'll do is it'll slowly compost them and break them down and take all the nutrients out of them. And the banana peels will give you B6 and B12 and magnesium and potassium and protein and calcium, which will promote the roots of the plants. So you can use this on tomato plants too. They love it. And the tea will give you a tannic acid. How we apply this is that we add about 20% of it to the watering can. After 2 or 3 days, it'll break down, and then we fill it up with water and we apply it directly to the plants. A lot of other minerals in it as well. But if you're an Earl Grey tea drinker, they'll even benefit more. And you can see the sheen on the strawberries. They're picked fresh out of the garden. And these berries are filled with fruit on the inside. There's not a lot of hollow in them. They really excel well from this fertilizer. I hope you enjoy this segment. It's a little something different. So if you like it, please share and subscribe. So we'll get back to the video. So here's a planter box. So this is a 2x3 planter box. We have 2 of them side by side heading out into the garden. So I'm just showing you. So I have in here, these are ever-bearing berries. So we have strawberries all summer long. We pick every 2 to 3 days. So there's the berries in it. As you can see, they're in great big clumps. We have an unbelievable supply of fresh strawberries all summer long. We have lots of winners on them. and we cut those off because we want the nutrients to go back into the strawberry plants. You can see the big strings, and they are delicious. You'll have to take my word from that. But and what we also do as well is with the eggshells, when we have eggs, I save the eggshells and we give them a wash and put them in a container, and then I break them down with a pestle and mortar, and then I spray that throughout the bed as well, and that'll keep down the slugs. And I've got a wee little salmon can in the corner which I've tipped a bit of beer into, and the slugs go in that. So there's a view of it back, and you can see the strawberries they're quite healthy. And here we are again on the deck, and you can see the strawberry plants off to the left there in the background. I'll just cut some in half here to show you the inside. You see how full they are, and I'm contributing this to the fertilizer, and they're filled. There's no great big hollows in them, and the flavor of them is just spectacular. If you've had strawberries right out of your own garden compared to what you have at the store from the southern parts of the United States. They're great for jams. We don't usually make it to the jam pot. We eat them fresh as much as we can. I'll just show you the amount of juice in these. So they're just filled with juice. As you can see, try that with a store-bought one. Not a chance. And they are just so fresh. Well, I hope that you try this. It's a good way of using up your banana peels and tea bags and getting a good crop of berries, or tomatoes, or whatever you want to use it on. It's great in your garden. Thanks a lot for watching.